The film opens on a man named Adam Bell, a history lecturer in Toronto who leads a grim, monotonous life. He rents a movie on a colleague's recommendation, an offbeat title. Where there's a will, there's a way. While watching it, he spots an actor in a minor role who looks exactly like him. Same glasses, same beard, same scar. That discovery jolts something in Adam. He becomes obsessed. He begins scouring film credits, Googling images, trying to identify this man, who is listed as Anthony Clare, also played by Jake Gyllenhaal. Intrigued and disturbed, Adam digs further and finds that Anthony is a small-time actor with very few credits and a pregnant wife, Helen. Adam's curiosity soon turns into stalking. He visits the talent agency where Anthony is listed. The receptionist greets him as Anthony and wrongly hands him a confidential envelope meant for Anthony. Adam's confusion deepens when he visits Anthony's apartment building. Still reeling, he calls the apartment. The pregnant wife Helen answers, mistaking him for Anthony. Adam tries to clarify but freaks her out and abruptly hangs up. Helen confronts Anthony about what's happening. In parallel, Adam's relationship with his girlfriend Mary feels stale. Their sex life lacks spark and his apartment is filled with the same routine. The film uses this to underline Adam's life of repetition and internal stagnation. He lectures his class about patterns of control. Chaos is order yet undeciphered, and the film's visual style reinforces this. Yellow tones, overhead wires, spider webs in the city, a sense of unease creeping in. Eventually, Anthony calls Adam, and they arrange to meet in a hotel room. When Adam arrives, he is confronted by the uncanny. The two men, face to face, appear identical. Same scar, same glasses, same build. The meeting shakes Adam. Anthony is brash and confident. Everything Adam is not. They talk in clipped tones. Adam is defensive. Anthony is aggressive. They begin to resemble each other not just physically, but in the choices being forced upon them. From that moment on, the film's reality begins to warp. Anthony begins stalking Adam's life. He notices Mary and becomes attracted to her. He manipulates Adam. You brought my wife into your life. I'm going to bring your girlfriend into mine. Anthony forces Adam to give him his clothes, car keys, and then demands to take Mary out. Adam complies, torn between fear and fascination. Meanwhile, Adam enters Anthony's apartment and finds a photo of Helen that mirrors a torn-out photo he found earlier at home, with himself in it and a woman's hand over his shoulder. The photo in Anthony's place is whole. The woman is Helen. Adam begins to step into Anthony's life, and the identities blur. Mary begins to sense something is wrong. In a hotel with Anthony, posing as Adam, she sees the wedding ring mark on his finger and panics. Who are you? They drive towards home and crash the car in a violent twist. The windshield cracks in the pattern of a spider's web, a motif repeated throughout the film. That crash feels both literal and metaphorical, the disorder of identity crashing into itself. Adam returns to Anthony's apartment, now wearing Anthony's clothes. He opens the confidential envelope and finds a key to an underground sex club, something Adam had no knowledge of. He realizes that Anthony's world of taboo and temptation is a part of something deeper, his own mind perhaps. Later that night, Adam heads into his own apartment to tell Helen he's going out. But what he sees behind the door changes everything. Rather than Helen, there is a giant tarantula crouching in the room. The film leaves us on this horrifically surreal image, with Adam looking at the spider and sighing. The credits roll. In many ways, the story is about duality and self-destruction. Adam versus Anthony, stable life versus indulgent life, repressed identity versus chaotic identity. The spider imagery, appearing first as a woman about to crush a tarantula in a sex club, then as the giant scarred spider, symbolizes entrapment, guilt, fear of commitment, and the webs people spin around their lives. Helen seems to know something we don't. She silently tolerates Adam's strange behavior and seems to see beyond the mask. In her presence, the clear line between Adam and Anthony dissolves. The buildings, the apartment blocks, the streets of Toronto, they all become a maze of repetition and control, reinforcing the themes of internal prison and identity crisis. The climax of the film is not about resolution, but about recognition. Adam's life cracks open and he's forced to confront that perhaps Anthony is not separate, that they are the same man at war with himself. Their lives have been overlapping, same scars, same image, different choices. The car crash symbolizes the fracturing of those two lives. The final spider can be seen as the ultimate symbol of Adam's fear, of being consumed by his own darker self. He sees Helen as that spider, pregnant, powerful, demanding, and he realizes he can never escape. By the end, the film raises questions rather than answers them. Is Anthony real or a figment of Adam's mind? Are the events literal or symbolic? The deserted stacks of keys, the various meeting places, the sex club, all could be interpreted as manifestations of Adam's subconscious. The horror is internal. The true enemy is the self. In conclusion, Enemy delivers a haunting, unsettling ride through identity, repetition, and fear. What begins as a thriller about a man spotting his double evolves into a psychological nightmare where the boundaries between self and other collapse, and the final image of a spider leaves you unsettled and thinking long after the film ends.